Good morning on what is a cool, bright and sunny day. It is Saturday, September the 10th, and I'm in the road Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a cat who is not ours, and a stack of boxes to get through. So I'm going to continue digging into this one, and so far I have pulled out a copy of the Low Fantasy Gaming Companion, a copy of the Low Fantasy Gaming Deluxe Edition, and then what I have here is the Midlands Low Fantasy Sandbox Setting, and this is for Low Fantasy Gaming. So, the Midlands, a low magic, low prep, customizable sandbox in a points of light medieval fantasy realm. Grim cities, humanity shelters behind isolated walled cities, struggling for opportunity. Deadly outlands, 100 leagues of trackless wilderness, plagued by scorned thralls and monstrous beasts. Dangerous magic, sorcery was not meant for mortals. Magic is rare, dark, and inherently dangerous. Silent gods, deities are ineffably distant, offering no miracles nor intervening in the world in any direct way. Ancient mysteries. Despite the dangers, the world beckons for crumbling ruins, lost treasures, and forgotten secrets. So, this is a campaign setting for Low Fantasy Gaming, which is an old school Renaissance retro clone. So, opening up, what do we got? This is not a hardback, which is a bit disappointing, but there we go. I'm going to open up the credits. Contents list. So, because it's not a hardback, it's a little. It's as a softback. It's not quite as easy to flip through because it's quite a thick book as well. So here we actually have a map of the Midlands. Sorry, I do want to keep calling it the Midlands because I keep working on books for Glenseal's Midlands setting. But here we have a discussion of the sandbox traits for the setting. Mystery, open world, episodic adventures, meaningful choices, rotating choices, and we have a lexicon as well. All quite useful, quite up ahead. And we've basically got some nice kind of content and sort of like little details that add a bit of flavour and detail. So we have a little lexicon of greetings and farewells for different places before we get into the different cultures of the Midlands. So, you know, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, and so on of them. All the way up to, we've got laws and currency. And a discussion of the gods. It's important essentially that the gods play a role in the setting, but not sort of like essentially, as a faith, rather than necessarily something that will actually benefit you, as it were. So there we go. Oh, here he goes. Where are you going? Okay. Oh, there we go. He's going up on the table. It'll be a bit easier for me. Various different types of faith. We've got a complete pantheon, fuel animism as well, and then we get a discussion of what magic is like. So rare and enigmatic, to dark and dangerous. So we have a dark and dangerous magic rules and table for when one is rolled on your magic when you cast magic. So you know, you might return a tenuous connection. Your spell lasts half as long as usual, or your next spell with the duration other than an instance within the next 24 hours, or times that your spell takes 2 actions instead of 1. So you've got 100 of those. Then it takes us out into the Vale, sort of the next sort of one of the sort of known planes to exist in this setting. Sort of quite a large number of alternative spell names, so you can. I mean, the problem with that kind of is that, you know, your player characters are sort of going, or your players are going, right, I'm going to cast, oh, I don't know, Chant of Beguilement when they're doing Chant Person, but, you know, they're looking one up under a different name, so it just gets a bit confusing. We've got a long list of tables, a table here with different spell names, and then we have the actual breakdown of the various cities across the region. Including quite a nice map. Well, I'm thinking this is quite detailed, actually. You know, really kind of. You've got in here just essentially just an overview, factions and NPCs, taverns and inns, table of encounters. So it's got a kind of a feel to it, sort of like, okay, almost a I don't know, a passing through kind of feel, as if, you know, your adventurers are visiting, sort of like not staying and just passing through. You know, here are some taverns, here are some factions to get involved in, here are some chance encounters, and then we have, again, this is followed up by another good map. And the same thing again, and so on, and basically each city is treated like that. But the map illustrations are really lovely. They're really good. I've also got several of those, like Port Brax. I'm just going to flip through, and then we go out beyond. Off the Great Plains, where you'll find like Argos and Spine of Olgoth, out to the Westwood. And then player options, we've got things like gear packs and party bonds, you know, bonds with other with your fellow party members, and new classes like the Artificer, something akin. Essentially, an expert alchemist and forge master, cultist of gears, and black powder savant. You know, so you can actually you can create alchemical concoctions, and then mechanica as well. Ranger. So this is, you know, expanding it essentially upon. The core setting, but not by necessarily, I mean, basically in terms of extra classes, before we have a lengthy bestiary of monsters and creatures, particular to the Midlands setting, like flesh-eating vines or bronze golem. So quite a lot of that. We've got a few of those, and that's in addition to the sort of ones in the core book. Table of NPCs to meet out there, out in the wilds. It's an outpost generator. That's a nice touch. Essentially, you know, it's you know, you player character is going to reach an outpost. What's it like? And you know, the game master can easily create one, you know, on the fly or beforehand. I've got tables of encounters across the various regions, like the Great Plains, or the Iron Hull Mountains and the Sunstone Ranges. Region events, rival adventurers. Yeah, it's quite really quite an impressively packed sandbox setting. You know, even when you get into I don't know, you know, into the towns, you have a table of street names. Now, I think some ways that could have been put together with the cities. It seems odd to have those apart, and you've just got more lists of taverns and so on, and drinks and table menus and a map of the floor plans for tavern. That all really works. It's sort of nice stuff that you can just roll up, you know, on the fly. Then we have adventure frameworks, you know, which is working up to adventures and scenarios and so on, and with various options here expanded upon, like it came from the sewers. So what we've got here is a rumour table, and then you flip over the page, and you get into. It came, you know, the first entry on the table is it came from the sewer, and then you've got an expanded guide to that essentially. So what you have is 8, basically 8 times 6. Just trying to think, 48 adventure located here in the back. You know, it's I was just flipping through. I mean, okay, let's. I'll just flip through. Yeah, all this is adventure, really. That's quite a lot. So it shows you half of this is just adventure seeds and based off the rumours. So you can, you know, really, you go to a city, you roll the dice, say, okay, you might have a scenario. It came from the sewer, or hunt for Lord Hargreaves. You're in the jungles, and you spy the Void Caller and Mark of the Ancients. They're all kind of random. All the game master can seed them, but yeah, that's packed through with quite a lot of content, playable content, in addition to the setting material. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. It all rounds out with you know, an index and everything, and so yeah, that's the Midlands Low Magic Sandbox setting, which I think would supply your gaming group with quite a lot of adventure for multiple sessions. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with the box, or a game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. Be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.